All right, so we're going to look at an application here of linear systems. In this application or this word problem, we have college students spend $183 more each year on textbooks and course materials than on computer equipment. We know they spend a total of $819 on textbooks and course materials and on computer equipment each year. In total, how much is spent each year on textbooks and course materials and how much is spent on computer equipment? So you can call your variables whatever you want. Usually x and y are pretty standard. So we can say, let's let x be the money for textbooks and course materials. That's kind of lumped together. And let's let y be the money spent on computer equipment. Okay, so the hard part on this is, of course, writing the equations. So what we know, let's start with the easier one. We spend a total of $819 on everything. So there's our first equation, right? That the money on textbooks plus the money on computer equipment is $819. That one's easy. Okay, then our second equation is going to come from this first statement that college students spend $183 more on textbooks than on computer equipment. So that means our computer equipment plus $183 is going to be our textbook equipment, which is x. So now we've got our two equations. We need to solve the equations. So your choice of substitution or elimination, and in fact this one is nicely set up for substitution, but honestly you can do either, but we're going to do substitution because we already have x solved for. So we can go and say, oh, I'm going to plug in y plus 183 in for x. So I've got y plus 183 plus y equals 819. Collect like terms, 2y. I'm going to subtract 183 from both sides. Little baby calculator here. 819 minus 183, so 636. So y is going to be half of that. So that's going to be what? $318. And now we can go find the other one, right? Because we know y plus 183 is equal to x. So 318. Then solve for x. X equals 318 plus 183, which will be something. We're going to pull out our calculator again. So we've got what? 318 plus 183, 496. So there we go. So this one, so we identified our variables. That's kind of the first step. Write your equation. That's your second step. Third, solve for one of the variables, x or y. And then fourth, solve for the other variable. And then finally, we're going to write our answer. So how much is spent on textbooks? That was x, so we say 496 on textbooks and 318 on computer equipment. And there we go. All right, we're going to put each one of these in their own little video, I think.